Atlanta Blade Show 2011. This is the video accompaniment for two one-hour radio programs that I will be broadcasting on Hovey's Outdoor Adventures about the Atlanta Blade Show.
I'm Hovey Smith with Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, and this is the conclusion of the 30th Annual Blade Show at the Cobb Galleria in Atlanta. Inside there are tens of thousands of knives in diverse patterns as you could even conceive of, from historic pieces to modern day. I'll later in the show have pictures of these and of some of the people.
Many people are first attracted to knives like Jan Giles, who owns and collects Girl Scout knives. Yes, there really were such a thing. Here, Gene Jameson and his son JJ have introduced wooden knives for use by children who cannot be trusted quite yet with steel-bladed knives. So this is a pattern that he makes for Case. Now, wooden knives come in all sizes, as you will see here, with this giant example of the Remington bullet knife. You never know what you're going to find at the Blade Show. Now, you can find materials like here, like this sword, from Amera Russ that sells for from $35,000 to $50,000. You can also find genuine historic pieces, some dating back thousands of years. Now, this one here, this blade belonged to Kaiser Wilhelm II, who ruled Germany during World War I. Now, Gunner showed up at the SOG booth, and this well-known TV personality is there, promoting knives, of course. And we have knife makers. This happens to be Rich McDonald, and he makes knives in the pattern of the 17th and 18th centuries. David Lucates makes chef knives, among other things, including hunting knives. Andy Roy, shown here, makes hand-forged knives, and he uses a special pattern to give this distinctive display on the blade. Kevin Casey does feather Damascus. All of these people use unique manufacturing methods to produce products that they can brand as their own. Now, Marty Masajic is a designer, and he gets more into the fantasy direction. David Rana, shown here with his knife pistol, has years of work in this particular pistol. And in case you're interested, if you really got to have it, well, he'll let it go for about $15,000. So you see here a magnificent flintlock boarding pistol. Jared West of Mantis Knives makes a variety of modern shapes of his own design. He really enjoys designing, and he's also done a very excellent looking bicycle. So he builds things he likes to work on. Now, you never know what might show up. In the fantasy direction here, Kirky with Sabersmith is shown here with a love glove that he designed, as well as another pattern. Now, more traditional knives and more traditional knife makers like Case also exhibit with quite elaborate displays. Now, these are wonderful for people who love Case knives. Now, Case also has new knives every year, including this very rugged, extra tough knife for hunters. Cutco, the New York knife maker, makes a variety of kitchen knives, which you may only buy from them. Chris Lalick represents Puma. He imports the Puma line to the U.S., and here he is shown with the company's boar spear. Canal Street Cutlery makes very fine knives by hand in New York with 14 workmen. Now, they turn out some new stuff every year, including this lockback folder with an extra large release for a person who happens to have large hands. Paul Izard came from Sheffield, England, and represents several Sheffield cutlers and their knives. Lacey Smith from Alabama, Damascus, is shown with knife patterns behind him, and this American company actually makes Damascus steel. Now, Catherine Plummer is a scrimshaw artist, and she makes scrimshaw designs for people to put on their knife handles. New at the show this year, they had a tactical exhibit, and now here's what your well-dressed working dog should wear. Now, next month, I'll be doing a show that will feature a tour of Buck's new factory in Idaho, as well as continue with a knife show. I have much more to say about knives in my books, like Backyard Deer Hunting, and you'll learn about those in just a little bit. To listen to my 2 radio shows based on the Blade Show, go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com, and click on the live link to Hovey's Outdoor Adventures just below the banner. Now, Blade Show coverage will be aired on June the 20th and the second show on July the 4th. To find out more information about my books, videos, and blogs, just continue on down the page and you'll see them to my blogs at the very bottom. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors.